Enough is enough! I have had it with these motherfucking snakes on this motherfucking plane!
Watch your profanity.
Right, I'm sorry.
Good morrow, everybody. Or good morrow, everyone. Yeah, that's better. That's better. How's it going? All right, we are back. I'm back. You're back for another video. I was in the middle of playing Power World. I was trying to catch a beacon. It's like an electric type of bird. It's currently like one of my favorite pals in Power World. I couldn't find one for a bit until I did, and then I accidentally killed it, but thankfully there was another one. But yeah, Power World, crazy game. It's still very, very, very entertaining though. But anyways, we're back with another video from the Vulcan. All right, this one is SCP-4265. All right, something to do with snakes. All right, so the clip that I showed in the very beginning of this video, it has nothing to do, probably has nothing to do with this SCP other than it being a snake related. I just thought of, Samuel Jackson. I was like, that that clip is just unforgettable in any and every situation. Anytime somebody mentions a snake, I think of that clip from Snakes on a Plane. But anyways, how are you? How are you doing? How are things? Are you doing well?
How are you, my sister? How have you been keeping?
Hope everything's well with you. If they aren't, I hope things get better. And without further ado, let's get into this.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon, Dr. Miller.
My name is Dr. Miller, and the SCP we're going to be looking at today is SCP-4265. Containment class, safe. Disruption
Safe.
class, dark. And risk class, notice.
Notice.
Special containment procedures. SCP-4265 is to be kept in a standard reptilian enclosure modified to include a film projector and accompanying screen. SCP-4265 is to be...
Wait, so you put it in a reptilian enclosure with a projector.
Shown a new motion picture on a bi-weekly basis. SCP-40...
You're screening movies to a snake. What?
4265 is to be monitored during the screening to ensure it is maintaining interest in the film. If SCP-4265 shows no interest in the motion picture for the first 12 minutes of the screening, it is to be removed and replaced with another. All instances of SCP-4265-1 are to be documented and archived at SCP-4265's containment site. Any motion picture depicted by SCP-4265-1 is considered ineligible for SCP-4265 screenings. Description: SCP-4265 is an instance of the species Pantherophis guttatus, corn snake, that is estimated to be 16 months old at time of retrieval. SCP-4265 is abnormally long, measuring 4.4 meters in length. SCP-4265 requires no nutrition to survive, but has shown signs of hunger after going approximately 10 to 15 days without watching a theatrical motion picture. When viewing a theatrical film in order to feed, SCP-4265 will be completely entranced
How did they find
it.
this?
The only way to break this focus is by physically disturbing SCP-4265. SCP-4265's anomalous effects activate whenever it sheds its skin. The shed skin, hereby designated as SCP-4265-1, resembles a 35mm film strip and is compatible with any system designed to operate such. All instances of SCP-42...
Wait, so you show it a movie and then it makes you show the snake a movie and then it makes a movie?
65-1 are silent and include English.
It's like if you give a mouse a cookie, or if you give a moose, what was it, a muffin? You give a moose a muffin.
Subtitles, presumably due to the lack of an accompanying audio source. SCP-4265 will shed an instance of SCP-4265-1 approximately once every 30 days. However, when under severe stress, SCP-4265 has been known to shed as often as once per week. The motion picture depicted by SCP-4265-1 will always be a theatrical film, presumably one SCP-4265 has already seen. SCP-4265 has been shown on several occasions to be able to modify the films to an unlimited extent. For an incomplete list of motion pictures portrayed by instances of SCP-4265-1 and any changes to the film, see Addendum 4265-B. Addendum 4265-A. After 32 days in containment, SCP-4265 began showing signs of severe malnutrition and depression. Since this point, subsequent films portrayed by SCP-4265-1 have been increasing in violence and bleakness of tone. The first instance to exhibit this kind of change depicts the film Step Brothers, 2008, which was completely unedited with the exception of the closing shot, where the two leads are swiftly dispatched by Foundation Agent Ellison, the agent that initially retrieved SCP-4265. Subsequent instances of SCP-4265-1 depict an increasing amount of violence being enacted both on and by Foundation personnel. After an additional 3 shed cycles, the motion picture depicted by SCP-4265-1 is nearly unrecognizable as its original version, Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, 1971. The only unchanged scene was the original film's boat ride sequence in the early second act.
The most sadistic scene in the movie was the only scene that wasn't changed. That was the one scene that messed me up as a kid, bro. That one boat scene, bro.
Inciting incident brought to the Foundation's attention SCP-4265's need to regularly view new films in order to survive. On 06/21/2018, researcher Kilgallen let SCP-4265 watch the motion picture Holes, 2003, on their personal cellular device from the outside of SCP-4265's glass enclosure. SCP-4265's mood immediately improved, and supervising staff shortly thereafter called for the installation of a screen and projector into SCP-4265's containment in order to keep it fed and docile. Since then, motion pictures depicted by SCP-4265-1 have taken on a much more positive tone, and SCP-4265's general health has also improved.
Okay.
Addendum 4265-B. The following is an incomplete list of films depicted as instances of SCP-4265-1 since SCP-4265's retrieval. 0. Black Panther, 2018. Alterations. Any reference to the titular Black Panther is replaced by the Black Mamba. All visual references to such are altered accordingly. Note: this instance was not directly shed by SCP-4265, but instead acquired alongside SCP-4265 at the theater in Los Angeles, California, where it was played by theater staff who presumably mistook it for a copy of the original film. Class A amnestics were administered to all civilian parties involved, and an additional 14 instances of SCP-4265-1 were recovered from the site. Analysis of recovered instances ongoing. Number 1. The Matrix Reloaded, 2003. Alterations? None. Number 2.
None.
Good Will Hunting, 1997.
Good Will
Alterations?
Hunting.
None. Number 3. Step Brothers, 2008. Alterations. During the closing shot of the film, the 2 lead characters are shot in the head by Agent Ellison wielding a handgun. Note: this is the first instance of SCP-4265 depicting a film altered from its original theatrical release since Foundation acquisition of SCP-4265. Number 4. The Emperor's New Groove, 2000. Alterations. Instead of being transformed into a llama like in the original film, the protagonist is transformed into a cartoon snake.
Of course.
Unlike the ending of the original film, the protagonist is never transformed back into a human.
Oh no.
Number 5. Alien, 1979. Alterations. The titular alien resembles SCP. The change is superficial, and the creature still has all the same behavior and abilities as the alien from the original film. The 7 human characters in the film are all replaced by Foundation researchers assigned to SCP-4265. All 7 humans are killed by the creature in the SCP-4265-1 version of the film. Note: SCP had breached containment on 05/31/2018, close to the start of this shed cycle. Despite the staff's violent deaths depicted by SCP-4265-1, none of the Foundation staff portrayed were injured during the containment breach. It is unknown whether this was a manifestation of SCP-4265's fear, its wish to enact harm on the humans portrayed, or a combination of the two. Number 6. Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory.
So this SCP is interacting with other SCPs incoherently.
1971. Alterations. The titular character is
inherently
replaced by researcher Kilgallen, and the children of the film are all replaced by snakes wearing human clothing.
You might want to reclassify it as Euclid.
Instead of the karmic punishments being enacted on the children of the original film, researcher Kilgallen in the role of Willy Wonka terminates the characters. These terminations were all done via gruesome means that are completely disconnected from the events of the original film. As mentioned in Addendum 4265A, the only unedited scene of the motion picture is the boat ride sequence in the film's second act. Number 7. Holes, 2003. Alterations? None. Note: this was the first instance of SCP-4265-1 to be produced after SCP-4265 was fed by Foundation personnel. Number 8. Snakes on a Plane.
Oh my gosh, I had no idea. I did not see this coming, bro. Yo, if this isn't foreshadowing, like, if this isn't like, bro, like, come on, man. That clip that y'all saw at the beginning, I had no idea that it would be included in this. I have not seen this video. I have not, this video is fresh.
2006.
That's crazy.
Alterations?
That's crazy.
Number 9. Indiana Jones and the Raiders of the Lost Ark, 1981. Alterations. Instead of snakes, the protagonist has a fear of mongooses. This does not affect the plot in any way. The Ark of the Covenant depicted in the film is replaced by a reduced model of SCP-4265's containment chamber. Number 10. Zootopia, 2016. Alterations. All characters in the film are replaced with either a member of Foundation staff or by an anthropomorphized version of a living SCP subject stored at Site-42. The conflict of the film still revolves around factions of prey and predators, but they are relabeled as humans and creatures respectively. The 2 protagonists of the film, anthropomorphized versions of a female European rabbit and a male red fox, are replaced by researcher Kilgallen and SCP-4265 respectively.
Oh my gosh.
Note: it is as of yet unknown how SCP-4265 knew the appearance of the SCP subjects depicted, because as of this point, the only other SCP subject it had seen was SCP during the containment breach on 05/31/2018. This concludes today's lecture.
Might want to reclassify.
Thank you for listening, if indeed you still are, and you were all dismissed. Goodbye.
Cousin Throckmorton? Okay. Yeah, there's more to that snake than meets the eye. There's definitely hiding something. Besides, you know, the shedding and all the other stuff. Yeah. Crazy. That's very creative. How do you come up with that? A snake that, if fed via showing a movie, sheds a movie on film that you can watch. That's crazy. How do you like, that's genius, bro. I'm not gonna lie, that's pretty genius. That's gonna do it for this video. Make sure to go check out the Vogan, and I will catch y'all in the next one. Peace.